Hi everyone, this is Angie Wong and I'm president of Legacy PAC. I just want to thank all of our followers. We're close to 100,000 followers on Facebook and we've only been around for a few short months. So thank you again. I'm going to ask you for your continued support leading up to 2024. Please donate to legacy-pac.org. That's legacy-pac.org. Thank you, and we'll see you on the campaign trail.
But I don't think he has the track record to prevail in the primary for the United States president's race. That's why us at Legacy PAC, or we at Legacy PAC, are supporting Donald Trump for the president in 2024.
We're sitting here too much. But you're going to do very well. And I just had somebody write down, first of all, James and Sarah Pritchard, thank you very much. Yes, great job. Thank you. We appreciate all the help. Stanley and Donna Fitzgerald.
Right here, sir.
Thank you very much. It's great. It's great that you're with us. Mike Acton.
Hi, this is Stan Fitzgerald with Veterans for Trump, and I'm here with Carolyn Jeffords, who is running for Georgia State Secretary of the GOP. How are you today, Caroline?
I'm great, Stan. Thanks for having me.
Well, you're welcome. Thank you for being here. Can you tell us, please, a little bit about your background?
Yes. Well, I am one of those rare people that happens to be a native Georgian, born and raised here. I even went to college here at Georgia Tech, so I've really never left Georgia. Georgia has just always been my home. I've had no reason to leave. So I truly have a love and a passion for Georgia. I even had the opportunity to serve as Miss Georgia USA in 2004 and represent Georgia on a state level as well as a national level. And I've been involved in various charities and activities throughout the state of Georgia. And like I said, just continue to have a passion and a love for the state of Georgia and the people of Georgia.
Well,
and I was going to share with you a little bit about my political background too, although it has not been, I have been a lifelong conservative Republican. I actually attribute it to my grandmother. When I was little, she would watch me, and I remember sitting in her kitchen with her while she was cooking, and she had her little FM radio on, and she was playing Neil Boortz. And then once Rush Limbaugh came on the scene, Rush Limbaugh as well. And so, I mean, that's just something that was ingrained in me. And as I continued to grow up and get older, I remember driving to high school and college, listening to Neil Boortz and Rush Limbaugh and all those folks myself. So it's something that's carried over generationally. My father has also passed that on to me. We talk politics all the time. And so it goes back to my grandmother, my father, myself, and I'm hoping to share those values and priorities with my daughter as well, moving that on to the fourth generation.
well, you certainly do. And having heard you do national commentary on the John Frederick Show, you represent our values well.
Well, thank you.
How do you envision your role as Georgia GOP secretary?
Sure. Well, let me go back to a little bit, touch on some of my experience in the Georgia political party here. I was a recount monitor at the Georgia World Congress Center in November of 2020. I had the opportunity to visit up close and personal what happened there and what did not take place, how protocols and procedures were not followed, and it was astonishing to me. So that really drove me to become involved in helping with our elections to become free and fair, and also just the Republican Party getting involved. And so after that, I went on to become Assistant Secretary of the Fulton County Republican Party. And then I was a state committee member. And then now in our new cycle this year, I have been elected to the Vice Chair of the Fulton County Republican Party and a 5th District State Committee member. So I've tried to, put my actions where my words are. I've also been involved. Some of you may have heard about the lawsuit that's still standing, the Jeffords case versus Fulton County. And that is a case where the Henry County Superior Court judge was hearing our case. And then many months later, they decided I didn't have standing. So we appealed to the Georgia Appeals Court, and the Georgia Appeals Court did not think we had standing, but they wanted to let the Georgia Supreme Court rule on that matter. So last fall, the Georgia Supreme Court ruled on another case that we were using in our case as well, and said that Georgia voters do have standing. So they had issued a statement that the Georgia Appeals Court vacate their previous decision and issue a new ruling. And so we are waiting on that. I believe that ruling, the date to come on that would be June 30th. That's the last date that they could release a new decision. So that is something that's been a key, because states across the country, that's where a lot of these election cases have been dismissed, is on standing. So the fact that we have been able to secure standing in Georgia is pretty historic right now. And I'm proud to have been part of that effort and stood our ground and that historic ruling. And so we're just waiting for them to make their new decision and send it back to Judge Amero in Henry County and hopefully proceed with our case. And Judge Amero in Henry County has already unsealed those ballots. So at this point, we feel the next step is to actually audit those ballots. We're not saying anyone did anything wrong. We just want the opportunity to trust and verify what took place. So I'm really proud of those actions that have taken place as well. That's been outside my political duties serving in the Republican Party in Georgia, but it's all equally important to making sure that we secure our Republican values and preserve our republic.
Yeah, there's about 80 million people across the country that want to take a look at those ballots. So we're all praying for you and hoping it goes the right way.
Thank you.
So I cut you off prematurely there. You were going to talk about your role, how you see yourself as Georgia's secretary.
Sure. The next Georgia GOP secretary, needs to do more than just the simple basics, just needs to do more than just simply take notes and send out a few emails. It's somebody who needs to have a new passion, a new vision for the party, a new energy, and make sure that there's transparency. Make sure, I'm someone who is voted on by the members of the Georgia Republican Party, the delegates and alternates that would become elevated. And so I'm a reflection of them. I have to be a reflection of the party itself, the members of the party, the grassroots. I can't just, once I get elected that position, just do what I want to do. I'm there to represent them. So I have to make sure I'm representing the grassroots and what our party wants me to stand up for. I've already demonstrated in some things I've already done that I'm courageous. I have no problem standing up and doing what's right in order to reflect our party values and our founding father values that this country was founded upon. I feel like we really need to get back to the basics. We really need to make sure that we ensure transparency upon all of our members, and that we also help enable our counties across the state of Georgia to be more effective in their communication with their members, and that we can all work as a team. We obviously, there's more power in teamwork and coming together versus everyone kind of being desperate on their own little islands. So I think there's a lot to be said for us coming together, working together, being on the same page of music and creating this beautiful symphony that's actually going to make a difference in the state of Georgia. And we know Georgia is so critical in the next upcoming elections that it's going to make a difference not only for us as Georgians, but for the country itself.
There you have a message of unity while our governor is dividing the party. So thank you for helping to unite the party. Carolyn, current events. There's obviously very Banana Republic operations going on. We got the president indicted. We have friends of ours in Georgia being targeted. What are your thoughts on these prosecutions and persecutions?
Well, you're exactly right when you refer to it as a Banana Republic. These are things that happen in third world countries, governments that have dictators. It's quite frankly, it's just plain un-American. This is not what America was founded on. This is not what we as Americans find acceptable. And it's not what we're going to tolerate anymore. We want the justice system to act justly. We don't want our justice system to act politically. We cannot tolerate political witch hunts. This is America. We have to go back to our founding principles, freedom, freedom of speech. Good gracious. I mean, our freedom of speech has been in jeopardy here lately. We have to go back to our founding principles and our Bill of Rights, and that's what America is about. And we have to go back to the basics to get us back on the right footing to move forward and actually make a difference and try to make up what has taken place over the past 2.5 years under Joe Biden's presidency.
And what you just said is the reason why at Veterans for Trump and other national organizations we work with are making endorsements of GOP chairs and GOP positions. Because not just the candidates, we need state party members to be on the same page with this, because you're going to be very effective with our lawmakers. So I can here announce today that Veterans for Trump unanimously voted for your endorsement. So congratulations.
Dan, I'm so proud. It's such an honor. And I so appreciate you guys. You are making such a difference out there nationwide and in Georgia. And so I'm so thankful for your endorsement and appreciate everything that you've done, not only for me, but just helping our patriot, our America First candidates succeed across the state of Georgia.
Well, thank you, Caroline, and we're looking forward to seeing you do great things in Georgia. And thank you for your time.
Thank you, Stan.
You're welcome. Talk to you soon.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye now.